Dear students, today we are going to learn about flexible manufacturing layout configurations. In the previous videos, we have learned about different types of flexible manufacturing system and their features, advantages, and all. So here, the layout is the arrangement of machines and material handling system required in the flexible manufacturing system in different ways. That is called flexible manufacturing system layout configurations. Here we have five different flexible manufacturing system layouts. The first layout is called inline layout. That is the first flexible manufacturing system layout, that is called inline layout. And second layout is called loop layout, and third layout is called ladder layout, and fourth is called open field layout, and fifth is the robot centered cell. So these are all the five different types of flexible manufacturing system layouts. So in this, how the machines, flexible manufacturing system machines, and the material handling system is arranged. Okay, so that we are going to discuss in this video lecture. So now we'll go to the first uh, flexible manufacturing system layout, that is called inline layout. So in inline layout, the machines and handling systems are arranged in a straight line. We know that already. What is the inline layout or inline? Inline means we're going to arrange the machines in a straight line. In its simplest form, the parts progress from one workstation or one machine to the next in a well-defined sequence, with work always moving in one direction and no backflow. Okay, so in this inline layout, the machines are arranged in a straight line, and whatever the workpiece you are going to process on the machines in the flexible manufacturing system will move from one machine to another machine in a sequence. That is called the inline layout. In this, there is no backward movement of the workpiece after machining or during machining process. So that we will understand better in the sketch here. So here we can see this is here we have four machines, flexible manufacturing system machines or the CNC machines to do the processing operations. And here it in this end we have loading machine. Okay, so manual loading, and here we have unloading manually. So these are all the loading stations. This is the loading station and this is the unloading station. The starting work part moves from, okay, so loading stations to the first machine, then it will be processed, then it will move to the next machine. So like this, in a sequence, the workpieces will move from one machine to another machine, and finally completed part will come out through the unloading machine. So this is the inline layout of the flexible manufacturing system. And again, we can see here also we have another inline layout. In this, we have secondary material handling system also. Here it is having only primary material handling system, but this flexible manufacturing system layout, that is inline layout, is having a secondary material handling system also. But here we can observe there is no backward movement of the workpiece in the layout, only it will move in the forward direction and it will be processed in different machines. So this is the inline layout of the flexible manufacturing system. So next we'll go to the next layout, that is called loop layout. So in the loop layout, the workstations are organized in a loop that is served by a parts handling system in the same shape. Parts usually flow in one direction around the loop with the capability to stop and be transferred to any station. The unload or load stations are typically located at one end of the loop. An alternative form of loop layout is the rectangular layout. This arrangement might be used to return pallets to the starting position in a straight line machine arrangement. So we'll see what is loop layout. Okay, in this diagram we can observe. So this is the loading or unloading station in the loop layout we can observe. So here we have 6 machines. Okay, so in this three or five machines are automatic machining or processing machines, and one inspection machine is also there in the loop type of flexible manufacturing system layout. So in this, the raw material which is not processed, okay, so it is a raw material is loaded here in the loading station or unloading station, and manual loading is done. Then it moves through the material handling system to the first machine. It will be processed, or else we can move the raw material in this way also, or else we can move it, okay, from one machine to another machine. We can easily transfer because we can observe here there is a secondary material handling system also in the loop layout. So like this, the workpiece moves from one machine to another machine, then it will move to the again to the inspection station after machining, and it will be inspected. Again it will come to the unloading station. So here loading and unloading will be done in the same position or in the same place. So this is called loop layout, and we can have another loop layout that is called rectangular shape of loop layout also. So in this also we can move the workpiece in the backward direction. It will move forward and it will be processed, then it will move back to the, okay, so here, and it can move back, but it is not moved here. Only the unloading station is located here in case of rectangular type of loop layout, and loading station is located here. So loading is done here and unloading is done here. So once there is a work carriers, they can hold the workpiece, and they can move from one machine to another machine. So after unloading, again the work carrier will move to the loading station. Again the raw material will be loaded, again it will move to the machining, okay, for machining purpose, okay, for the processing stations. So this is how the loop layout looks in the flexible manufacturing system, and we can do the machining process by using loop layout. So one advantage is it can have a secondary material handling system, and we can move the workpiece, okay, so around the machines, and we can have a inspection station also here. After machining it will move to the inspection station. So we'll move to the next layout of flexible manufacturing system. So that is called ladder layout, okay. It resembles the shape of the ladder. The ladder layout consists of a loop with rungs between the straight sections of the loop on which workstations are located. The rungs increase the number of possible ways of getting from one machine to the next and obviate the need for a secondary handling system. This reduces average travel distance and minimizes congestion in the handling system, thereby reducing transport time between the stations. So that we can observe in the diagram here. We can see, so this is what the loop we are seeing here, okay. So this is the loop of the ladder type of layout. We can see what is the shape, and it resembles the shape of the ladder, and we can see where are the machines are positioned, okay, in this layout. This is the one machine. So like this we have four machines. The workpiece is loaded and unloaded here in a same place. So loading is done, then the workpiece can move to the other machines, or it can move to the first machine also, okay. There are many possibilities that the whatever the workpiece you are going to move into the machines, okay, it can move in different ways. After processing it can move through this also, and it can move to the next machine, or it can move to the other machine also. So there is no proper sequential movement of the workpiece. In case of ladder layout, there is a increased possibility, okay, and we need not to have secondary material handling system in this type of. We can avoid the secondary handling material handling system in case of ladder layout, and we can move the workpiece from one machine to another machine very easily. That is the one advantage of this ladder type of layout used in flexible manufacturing system. So next we'll go to the next type of layout, that is called open field layout. Open field layout. The open field layout consists of multiple loops and ladders, okay. It's a combination of loop and ladder. We can have multiple loops and multiple ladders in the layout, and may include sidings as well. This layout type is generally appropriate for processing a large family of parts. Whenever you wanted to process large family of parts, we can use this open field type of loop layout, okay. Open field type of layout. The number of different machine types may be limited, and parts are routed to different workstations depending on which one becomes available first, okay. So which workstation is available first, based on that the workpiece can be moved from one machine to another machine. So that we can see in the figure here. We can see here we can use load and unload station. We can load the workpiece raw material into this, and they can move to the different machines. Okay, here we can use a automated guided vehicle to move the material from one machine to another machine, and we can transport the material after completing the processing operations in all the machines also. So like this automated guided vehicle AGV is used, and we can see it's a open field type of layout. So here uh, the workpiece can move to any machine. Okay, so it need not to be moved to only the first machine, it can move to this machine, this machine, this machine. Okay, so any machine it can move, and the workpiece can be easily transported from one machine to another machine. So here we have a recharging station. If there is no charge in the battery of automated guided vehicles, we can charge it once the charge is over in the recharging stations, then they can do the work. So like this is called open field layout. In this we can easily move the workpieces from one machine to another machine. We can use automated guided vehicle, easily we can transport the workpiece. So this is the main advantage of open field type of layout used in automated in the flexible manufacturing system. So next we'll move to the next layout, that is called robot centered layout. So in the previous whatever the layouts we have discussed, there is no robot used. Only in the open field type of layout we use a automated guided vehicle. It can move automatically by carrying the material in the layout, and it can move the material from one machine to another machine to do the machining processes. The robot centered layout uses one or more robot as the material handling system. So here the robot can load the material into the machine, and it can unload it. Okay, and it can move nearer to the machine also. Industrial robot can be equipped with grippers that make them well suited for the handling of rotational parts, and robot centered flexible manufacturing system layouts are often used to process cylindrical or disc shaped parts. Okay, so cylindrical or disc shaped parts can be easily gripped by the robot. Okay, and robot can have a gripper that can grip the workpiece, and it can place the workpiece on the machine. We can load and unload the machine easily. So this is called the robot centered layout of flexible manufacturing system. We are going to use one or more robots in the flexible manufacturing system. It can transport the material from one machine to another machine, and it can load and it can unload the workpiece or the work part from the machine. So this is regarding the robot centered layout, or okay, we discussed the different types of layouts used in flexible manufacturing system. So in the next video we are going to learn about the line balancing, and we are going to solve some numericals also, uh, and we'll learn more about what is line balancing, what are all the different types of line balancing methods or techniques are used, and we will understand what is line balancing also in detail. So we learned today different types of layouts. Okay, flexible manufacturing layouts used in the flexible manufacturing system. First one is the inline layout. Okay, I think you understood what is inline layout. And the second one is the loop layout, and third one is called ladder layout, and fourth one is called open field layout, and fifth one is the robot centered layout. Okay, these are all the important types of layouts used in flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so we'll continue in the next slide here, and we'll discuss more about the line balancing problems, or line balancing, what is line balancing and all those. Thank you.